Back when I was in my first band, the Infamous Scientists, our bass player, Kevin, used to put on shows with Steve Sanvey under the name of There's Two of Us Productions. And one day, Steve told Kevin that he had met these guys and who were in a band, and we should really come and see them. So Kevin and I went one afternoon over to, I think it was the drummer's parents' place, where this band would practice in their basement. And we went there, and we had never met these guys before. This was somewhere in Gordon Head. And we were introduced, and they were all very young and very sulky and didn't have too much to say. Anyhow, there they were in the back of this small rec room. There was a drum set up and two little amplifiers. And we watched them perform a sort of mini set for us. And it was unlike anything Kevin or I had ever seen in our entire life. These guys were the Neos, and they were undoubtedly the most exciting thing ever to come out of Victoria, BC. I think when we first saw them, they had the first bass player, I think his name was Gary, but soon afterwards they got their second and classic bass player, Kevin Smith, and they were absolutely amazing. They had set out to be the fastest band in the entire world, and they pretty much succeeded, at least at that time anyway. They were so intense. They played about, I don't know, like 15 songs in 13 minutes or something, or 17 songs in 12 minutes, I don't know. And they would go from the one song right into the next and play so hard that when it was all done and over, they would collapse onto the ground next to their instruments out of sheer exhaustion. And they even went so far in some later rehearsals that we were privileged enough to go see, they would go so far as to turn on little space heaters towards themselves, point them towards themselves, and put on sweaters so they would actually suffer more as they played. Live, they were remarkable. Nomi Snow played his very first shows in the United States with the Neos, backing up the Neos in a couple of people's living rooms. And there's nothing been like them on this planet before or since the Neos. Game-changing, undeniable.